Thank you for choosing Apartment Manager XP. The following is a quick start guide to ease you into the use of this program. There are 4 parts to using Apartment Manager XP. Part 1 is installation. Amxp needs Microsoft Access to run, so the very first thing you want to do is make sure that you have access on your computer. Simply go to Start, All Programs, Microsoft Office, and then Access. If you have Office 2007, Access is already included. If you have Office 2010, Access is not included, so it must be purchased separately. When you get your Amxp CD, you want to set up a new folder in your computer root directory and name it apts-fva-tv-2013. The 4 files that are on the CD need to be copied into the new folder you just created. To help you go through the program, we included a printable manual, and please use this if you have any further questions. Part 2 of Amxp is the setup. Keep in mind, for this program to run properly and efficiently, all rents must be due at the first of the month. Therefore, regardless of the lease start date, the rent is due at move-in and must be prorated to the first of the month. All modules are timed for a 31 day month summary from 1st through the 30th or the 31st. For any managed properties, rents, commissions, maintenances cover a 30 to 31 day period starting at the 1st of each month. Keeping these couple of items in mind, you're ready to begin. In the folder you just created, double-click on the Apartment Manager program and verify the path. Enter the password TRIAL and you're good to go. A great tip to have in mind is always to make sure that you back up your programs and data files. Part 3 includes the program modules that are not used daily. The company profile is the heart of the program. Here you will find the owner and company information. You will need to enter the percentages for late fees, commission rates, maintenance rates, court costs, and passwords that will be used throughout the program. Please fill in the legal verbiage for a late rent notice, rent receipts, and rent renewal notices. Keep in mind that any legal verbiage, rates, or percentages should meet the requirements with the landlord-tenant code in your state. Once the company profile is completed, you will need to enter property information by filling in the requested fields. First, start with an address, a unit description, target rent, and select an owner. Make sure to select current for the type of property you're managing. We added a section that will help you keep track of any appliances or heaters that were replaced for that particular unit. At the bottom, we also added a water conservation table to keep track of a couple of water issues. The pre-programmed tenant module is very easy to use. Just enter the previous tenants whom you want to keep track of before you had the program. The tenant module is where your tenants will be entered. Fill in the first name, last name, unit where they live, date of birth, phone numbers, employers, and social security number that is optional, and an email address if any. If they have a co-tenant, their information will need to be filled in also. Filling in the actual rent, lease start date, how many adults, children, amount of security deposit, and if they have any key numbers. Once the information is entered, save the record. You may also run reports with current or past tenants by clicking on the Print Reports icon. These next couple of modules you will use more often and even on a daily basis. The general ledger you will use every day. You can enter rents and late fees with one click. You will be able to print payment receipts with the right of reservation verbiage. You may print many reports in this module that will be very useful to many people. One report will show tenants who are overdue a certain amount. Another report will give you a summary of all payments and charges for one specific tenant. And there is even one for going to court that can also do all the math and give you the total that the tenant will owe on the particular court date. And even another report that will give you a list of all the payments made that will be useful to the person who does all the banking. The maintenance module you will want to keep updated and ready to use. It will enable you to enter the tenant maintenance requests and allow you to track the work orders by status, technician, or trade. All work charges are pre-addressed to the tenant that made the request. You can also track the history of status by the unit, owner, or tenant. Open and closed are available, and it can be printed for further use with one click. This module contains all notices you will need, from rent and reminder notices to 5-day notices for late rent with legal inserts. You can do lease renewal notices, rent increase notices, and special notices such as water bills, gas electric bills, or maintenance reminders. Through this module, properties managed by your company can keep track of your client's payment and charges. It will list the owner's rent statements by unit, commission percentages, and automatically included and deducted in the general ledger module. The judgment module tracks all court actions from the filing date through the ruling notification. Court rulings for past due rent and damages are printable by tenant, log number, or status. An added perk is the ability to issue a satisfaction letter to the court when the case is closed. This module enables you to keep track of any garnished payments. You may print an individual summary report or a summary of all payments collected. The Office module is a daily agenda listing all items by priority and status. It features a printable to-do list and also a list of closed action items. To view any reports, or if you have any further questions, please visit our website at apartmentmanagerxp.com.